Hey, this is Chris Spire.
It's Chris Bowling.
We are CB Squared, and we are doing another CB Squared in Focus. Today, we are focusing on one of our favorite companies and clients, Martin Tractor. We've got their new CEO, Jim Haynes, on with us today. Jim, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
So you are a staple company for both Chris and I, having grown up in Central and Western Illinois. We just know John Deere for years and years. As a John Deere dealer, you're celebrating your 95th anniversary this year with a rebrand.
Yeah, 95 years.
Wow.
You know, it's crazy to think that one company's been around that long with all the mergers and changes and everything. But yeah, a lot of heritage, a lot of deep rooted tradition, and just good family supported background. And it's nice to see that stretched across that whole Midwest here.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I mean, you come very close to bordering John Deere's headquarters with where you're at, but I mean, you stretch from kind of northwest Illinois down through the center part of the state and even into definite Western Illinois. You've got what, 13 locations now for Martin?
Yeah, 13 locations, 19 counties across that central band in here, and just south of our world headquarters there in Rock Island. So yeah, pretty great territory to be in, to be honest with you. If you have anything to do with agriculture, you know where the John Deere headquarters is. So it's not that hard to find us, no matter where you're at in the world.
Absolutely. Well, no, it's certainly something that we just know. It's just part of our communities and part of the culture. So what's your background? You've been with the organization for a number of years now, in the new role as CEO recently, but talk a little bit about your journey to get to where you are today.
Yeah, real quick, I mean, I'm a farm kid, grew up here in the Midwest in Illinois, and I actually from that Galesburg area, and ultimately just grew up on a farm. John Deere has kind of been the staple of the best, and I always wanted to identify with the best, always being driven to try and support and be a part of something that's big and better than anything else. And I kind of got drawn to this business back in the late 90s after college, and I worked my way up with the team in Galesburg to be the president of that company, which was a 6-store organization, and then ultimately in 14 we were purchased by the Martin Group, and man, did things change. Not in a way that I looked at or expected. It became more, believe it or not, the bigger we got, the closer knit and the more family focused we became because of this heritage.
That's what you always want when you have a merger, is that things improve, because there's probably some unknowns with that.
Oh, absolutely. You get more people involved and a lot of different ideas, different cultures, and it's just been amazing to me over the last 8 years how that's gradually meshed together into something pretty strong.
Yeah.
So,
Chris, yeah, go ahead.
So my funny story, Jim, about once again wanting the best. We had a little bitty house in Loves Park, Illinois, and I had a little bitty lawn tractor that was not a John Deere. And then we moved out into the country, and then I had to mow about an acre. And I still remember today, the day that my brand new John Deere lawn tractor showed up. Of course, I'm smiling from ear to ear. And the first thing that we did as a test is the John Deere would go faster in reverse. The other tractor would go in forward. And we went from 2 hours of mowing to like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was a happy day.
You know what? And that's the cool experience that we hear a lot from customers. Yeah. And you know what? It's hard to uphold that reputation, but you know what? We accept the challenge, and it's really part of who we are. As we strive to be that preferred choice, to be the best, it's something we take that challenge and just go with it.
We had that tractor for 10 years, beat the heck out of it. And the only thing I replaced in those 10 years was a battery.
Yeah, that's a great story. Yeah, that's good to hear.
So Jim, you're at the Roanoke, Illinois headquarters, and really the starting spot today, a little bit of nod to the tradition.
Yes, absolutely. It all happened here 95 years ago, and man, things have changed a lot, but yet you take a little tour outside and there's still a lot of that heritage still
Yeah.
still around us, and it's pretty cool spot, and there's a lot of topics. And you go downstairs and talk to Gary and Karen Rogers, the owners that are in their 70s now. They've got all sorts of stories that are
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Great history there. So the question that we have is, as you're in that geographic counties and with all those locations, why do employees come to work for you, and why do they stay? I think that's always a question. It's what makes employees loyal to the Martin and to that John Deere dealer brand.
Well, I think we're in very interesting times here, to try and attract and retain and to keep people engaged is a very, very difficult task these days.
Absolutely.
And the thing that I've found compelling to people, and the thing that really grabs their attention is, we mentioned our heritage. We've got this heritage of excellence, that preferred choice, the best. Everybody wants to be a part of the best in
Yeah.
some way. And ultimately it kind of rolls up into simply the family atmosphere. I mentioned that easily.
Yeah.
And you push all those things together and combine that with 95 years, you got stability.
Yeah.
We're going to be around. There's no reason anything else would change. We're not a company that has outside hedge funds kind of trying to control direction. We're a single family owned business that happens to be large enough to have all the amenities of those big corporations like others are doing.
That's really well said. And, Chris and I getting to work with you and ownership and leadership, we've realized that too, that there's just that desire to make this a place and an employer of choice for the employees that do come to work for you. And you're committed to making it a long-term opportunity for them. You've risen through the ranks in a good way and continue to lead, somebody that's looking at coming to work for Martin, because you've got opportunities available. What type of employee do you look for? What has to be a characteristic of somebody that will be a good fit for that Martin culture and that family atmosphere? Talk a little bit about that, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, I can revert back quite honestly to our core values, and that's integrity, teamwork, commitment, and innovation. So talking specifically about teamwork, we have a very strong philosophy that the answers are within the network. Over 250 employees, somebody knows how to fix that or what the right choice is. And we really promote that connectivity across locations, that you're not on an island by yourself. People are here to help you, and everybody wants to be the best, but not alone. We want to be the best collectively.
Oh, that's really well said.
Love that.
Yes, is somebody coming to work for you, starting at that entry level position, is there opportunity to continue to grow with the organization? And at the same time, I know you've probably got some specific roles you're looking to fill always as well. So
yeah, absolutely. And as we move forward, the technology and sophistication and what we're putting out there for customers to use is just, it wasn't even available 5 years ago. And what we're doing today is probably going to be dwarfed by something 5 years from now. And so it's changing rapidly. So the kids and the people that are coming into the workforce now that grew up not knowing any different, we have a lot of cutting edge, innovative technology opportunities that are present today and going to keep expanding. That business is going to keep growing. It's in its infancy today, but will continue to grow and be something that I'm not even prepared to deal with right now. But I know our adaptability and our innovation will guide the way to what it's going to look like in the future.
That's very well said. I guess one final question for you as we're talking, is there a quote, you've shared a few, or maybe some leadership principle that you're looking to help guide you as you lead the organization?
Yeah. So me personally, I came into this role about a year ago, and I really kind of stuck to that, growing a company to be the preferred choice.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
You think about that preferred choice, it relates to the customers, to prospective employees, to our competition. It's just kind of being that pinnacle of what everybody else wants to be and be a part of.
Well said. Well, Jim, we appreciate you being a guest on CB Squared in Focus. Thanks for spending some time today with us.